of you, if it's your first time, welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, yeah, send me some comments or some questions. Just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's reached out to me to either ask some questions or just, you know, comment on the previous video. If you haven't watched the previous video, please do go back and watch it so that you can kind of get some context behind everything. So where we left off from the last video was where I had just been diagnosed, and I showed my first video, which I filmed the morning after. The next day, I think I'd already come to the point where I was ready to fight. And I went to the shop the next day. So my hubby and I, we have a franchise that we run, and it just so happened that someone had called in sick, and yeah, I just said, let's go. So following on from the diagnosis, when hubby and I got home, we were talking about it, and we remembered that we have private healthcare. We'd been paying into the private healthcare for, I think, well over 5 years or so. We sat down with the consultant, and we told him, yeah, we've got private healthcare, here's the code and everything. And the first thing that he said is, thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad that you're this young and you have the private healthcare. I just want to say, guys, that if you don't have private healthcare, please do look into it. If you don't have life cover, critical illness cover, please look into it. I'm a mortgage advisor as well. I've been doing mortgages for over 7 years or so, since 2012. And one of the things that I always come across is people always say, oh, it could never happen to me, or no, I'm fit and healthy. One of the reasons why I'm doing these videos is to show that this disease does not discriminate. It can happen to anyone, whether you're fit and healthy or not. It can happen to anyone, whether it's in your family history, it can happen to anyone. So please do look into that for yourselves. And if you do have a family, especially if you have a family, it's so important. Anyway, okay, so you give them a code. So once you've spoken to your provider, they give you a code and you give that to the consultant. And it turns out that he actually worked for the private hospital as well. So I was kind of happy about that, because he had given me the diagnosis, and he would be the one that I'd be seeing again as well. So what he then said to me is, look, if we had stayed on the NHS, the first surgery that we'd do to see whether it spread to your lymph nodes, that could take up to 8 weeks. And I just remember thinking, this is absolutely crazy. People can die in 8 weeks. One of the things that he also did say to me is that I know that cancer isn't a good thing, but it's just a good thing that it's breast cancer, because it's something that we can physically see and take away. I don't know how I felt about that, but that was a Wednesday that I saw him. So on the Friday, we went to see him at the private hospital, and he sat down and he said, I'm so glad that you've got this healthcare. I can give you the care that you need. And when we asked what that meant, he said, look, on the NHS, I'm seeing up to 110 people per day. I can't sit down with you like I'm doing now to give you the care that I want to give you. And we spent over an hour just talking through my treatment, talking through the options of what was going to happen. And it gave me a lot of time to ask questions. Actually, I don't ask that many questions. It's normally hubby who asks all the questions. I think everything was kind of still a blur to me. So I was scheduled in for my first procedure, which was a week and a half away again. And I was really nervous about it, because we'd already had the bone scan and they said it hadn't spread anywhere else. So we were grateful for that. Yeah, I just felt like, oh gosh, okay, this is the start of everything. So we had the operation, and I have to say that when you're in a private hospital and you have your own room and the facilities are what they are, you'll see it in the videos. I don't know what it is, but I do feel that when you're in that type of environment, like in your mind, you want to get better quickly, and you just think that you're having the best care. We had the operation, then we got the results back, and he said, okay, it's in 2 of your lymph nodes, which means that we have to do a total clearance of your lymph nodes. And I said, what does that mean? And he went on to describe the purpose of lymph nodes, what they do. So all he just said is that you've got to be careful using, you know, this arm in the future. You can't do certain types of work. You can't hoover. You can't do this. And I just thought, all of this can't. I don't understand that language. I don't know what that means. You can't. So I just said, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. The reason why I'm doing these videos and sharing the story is because I want people to really have it in their minds that they need to check again. Become familiar with your body, know what is normal for you, because what is normal for me may be different. So I've just finished my workout. I was late for my class, which was really annoying. I was 3 minutes late, and they've started doing this thing where they put a notice up in front of the door so that if you're late, you can't go in. So I was really annoyed about that. So this is the first time I'm trying the camera at this sort of an angle, so it looks like I'm looking in the wrong direction. But anyway, yeah, it was just working out. I've got fluff all over me from from my jumper. Yeah, working out was good. It gave me time to pray and just reflect and just think about health in general. And while I was praying, I was saying, you know, when I was really bad, I'm getting them done at 2:30. While I was praying, I was saying, it's a shame that it's taken this for me to like get myself into shape and really commit to keeping myself healthy. Yeah. And what I'm trying not to do is panic prayers where I'm just like, God, do this. I just want to maintain like the conversations that I've been having with God continuously, and just pleading that blood. Like the other day I was listening to Travis Green, The Hill, and it says, on the hill there's a cross, and on the cross there is blood for me. That blood that speaks absolutely everything, and that's what I'm pleading over my life to flow through my veins. Whatever signals my body is telling to produce these cancerous cells, I'm just asking the blood of Jesus to flush it out. And I've got to win up here, and I've also got to win physically as well. And over the past, hasn't even been 48 hours, it's been a bit of an emotional roller coaster. So I've had times where I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to beat this. And then I've had times where I'm just like, what if? But I'm determined that I'm going to beat this to outweigh the what ifs. I don't even want the what ifs to exist. And that's the reason why I've decided to continuously film. And I would just want to put it all into one thing and show the world that look what God did. Look at God. Like, going through infertility was hard. It was such a hard journey. I felt like it was soul destroying. Depression is real. Suicidal thoughts are real. Those dark places are so real. And then to have this is just like wow. But I slept yesterday. I did sleep. And Samuel woke up at around 4, and then I just brought him into the bed, and he wet my bed. He wet my bed this morning. But Samuel, my husband, my motivations, my friends, all the goals that we've set. I'm gonna be this. So I've just been to get my nails done. Can you see the colour? It's like a pinky sort of colour. Can you see it? I shouldn't actually do that. That's so unladylike. Ladies don't show their nails like that. They show their nails like this or like that. I can't remember what I watched that, but I watched it on something. So I'm feeling a bit better now that I've got my nails done. So I'm heading back home where Peter is with his friends Will and Steve. They've come over. I have to admit, before I started driving, I sat in the car for a little bit because I was just like, oh, I'm gonna have to go and face them, you know. And when I was praying this morning, one of the things I said is that I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me. Yeah, it was the same way with like infertility. I didn't want anyone to feel sorry for me. We just need people around us to, you know, help us get through the journey. And I know that the people who love and care about you, the people who are going to be emotional as well. So yeah, it's just, I feel like I am very emotional at the moment, and I think I will be for quite a while. So I'm just trying to mentally prepare myself, and it's strange because when they delivered the news, I had a panic attack, and I haven't had a panic attack in God knows how long. And every time I think about the situation, my heart just starts racing, and I'm trying to like get my breathing under control. Sorry, I'm literally driving with one hand and holding the phone. Yeah, so I'm trying to get my breathing under control and everything. But yeah, I'm really just trying to stay positive and just get over everything that's in my mind. I'm such a deep thinker. I think about absolutely everything. You know, if someone brings a plan to me, I'm the type of person, if someone wants to see everything all rosy and everything, but they're unable to pick holes in something or find something that won't work, I am the person to bring that to. Because if you were to bring something to me, I can think of, okay, so have you thought about this? Have you thought about X, Y, and Z? And I think that's where I am at the moment, just thinking about absolutely everything. I'm thinking about tomorrow. I'm thinking about 2 weeks' time. I'm thinking about 12 weeks' time. I'm thinking about the business. I'm thinking about our mortgage. I'm thinking about the plans that we have for the next stage of our business. So there's so much that I am thinking about that is, yeah, it's kind of making me worried, but then it's motivating me because I am so determined to see all these plans through, and not just to see them through, but to enjoy the fruits of our labour, to see Samuel get married and have children, for me to have more children, to see Samuel be a big brother. You know, I'm excited, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. And I'm just pulling up outside the house now, and the car's there, and I'm just like, oh my God, here we go. There he goes. So we are going to see The Equalizer 2. Why is he walking like Denzel? So he's already told me that when we get into the cinema, I'm not allowed to talk to him. He's already done the scene from American Gangster of they're trying to kill my wife, and I think he hurt himself whilst doing it. But look how he's walking.
Babe, seriously, this is how I walk all the time. Stop. It's every day that you have to be filming stuff.
What do you mean? How often are you in any filming? So yeah, he's doing that. He's wearing a shirt and trousers. It's like,
shirt and trousers every day.
I think he thinks he's in Training Day or something, that crap movie. Yeah, he's even bouncing as he's walking. But it's the cinema's this way.
Can we still go that way?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
So if we get blocked, that's another 5 minutes.
What? You don't want to miss the start of the film? Okay, just say hi to her. Just say hello. Okay, so my day's come to an end, and I'm feeling a bit anxious, and I was a bit nervous about going to sleep. Just got a lot going through my mind. I've been looking for this book for quite a while, and I finally found it because I'd started reading it. So, Francine Rivers, A Lineage of Grace. I'm gonna pick up where I left off. I'm tired, but I don't know. I don't feel like sleeping or anything. Sorry, I'm checking out my eyes. Yeah, we went. The Denzel film was really good, which is awesome. So that helps take my mind off of things. Yeah, and there's just times where, you just stop for a moment and you think about what the reality is. But I'm so holding on to God's promises, and I've been getting some encouraging text messages and stuff from family. So just let me know that I'm stronger than I think, and I think I am strong. I know I'm strong. I know that I'm strong. I'm a very strong woman. I guess it's the unknown that is really playing on my mind. I don't know what to expect, and I'm scared. I've wanted to paint this room for a while, so the wallpaper's done. I can't, for the life of me, I cannot show what the curtains look like and what the wall looks like. But I think I might get it painted. I walked into the room and I thought, I'm gonna finally paint my room. I thought I'm gonna be spending a lot of time in here. And yeah, Samuel's at my mum's for the night, and normally you just think, if I could just get like a full night's sleep, but I really miss him, and it's late and I'm not even sleeping. Yeah, looking forward to church tomorrow. I'm feeling a little bit of a way because I don't know, I just feeling like deep down inside I'm feeling quite low. And I've been on Instagram to try and find cancer survivors, and preferably some in the UK that I can just look at their story. Yeah.